All right, man. Torture Talk. You know what it is, man? Hey, how y'all doing, man? Hope everybody's good. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. All right, so look, man. Today's episode, we're going to watch what people are saying about this whole uh, Drake trying to get Kendrick Lamar's DNA test for the children and all this stuff. We going to watch what people are saying. And I have an episode coming up in its entirety, or at least a good portion of the transcript of what happened. And we're gonna watch that on another video, and it's pretty long. So, but yeah, you know what I'm saying I'm gonna see if I can get that out as fast as possible. But yeah, so let's get to this video, man, and we'll be back to discuss Legendary Spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscriptions today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content absolutely free. But if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description or right here on the screen. No more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. 1,300 subscribers, over 18,000. And yes, I am the King of the North. Let me know what kingdom you are from. I am going to be taking live calls soon. I got everything set up. I'm just going to make sure that everything works before I actually do anything. So we're going to get into that. Go subscribe to Torture Talk After Hours too. So let's get it, man. All right, this comes courtesy of my humble opinion. Shout out to him. These are people on TikTok who are basically talking about how they feel about this whole Drake thing. Some people are Drake fans and they're saying he's dragging it. Some people are not. But we're going to go through it. Let's go.
The craziest thing about the whole beef is that this would have went completely different had Drake not mentioned Whitney on push-ups. Kendrick warned Drake not once but twice on Euphoria, and honestly, Euphoria does not get enough recognition for being an absolute prophecy. I'm actually still mad that they did not submit Euphoria for a Grammy.
Yo! You know the crazy thing is, I thought Euphoria was going to be nominated for a Grammy. I really did. If I had to choose what's the best song out of the whole thing, I probably would pick Euphoria. Euphoria is very good. It's a very good song, especially when he did it in concert. But it was such a master class on how to diss somebody. It was great. But as far as being a prophecy, I said that on my other video. He told him. So go watch that video too.
Oh, this is sad, bro. So if you haven't been paying attention, Drake's legal team is reportedly requesting documents on allegations of DV and V against women by Kendrick Lamar. They are also seeking all documents regarding Dave Free's relationship with Kendrick Lamar and his children. Keep it a buck. Drake, the more that you keep trying to do this, the more of a sore loser you look. Loser. Leave the past in the past, bro. You lost. We are in 2025. You over here like, yo, no, this is why I won the beef, guys. I'm gonna find it out right now. No, I'm telling the truth. When in reality, people don't care, bro. They've already moved on. You doing this just proves that all of these comments live in your mind rent-free. Just let it go, bro. You had the opportunity to do this in the moment. And the fact that you're having a legal team do it is like, bro, looking back at how everything played out, everything that Kendrick said about Drake was not true at all. It was the way that he sold it. It was his confidence. It was his charisma. And people rode behind that. Drake, you went into this beef with straight insecurity, and then you tried to sell it as if you ensnared him into a 4D chess trap, when in reality, we knew that that was not the case. Your responses to his claims were weak. You were shaky. Even if Kendrick was saying things that wasn't true about you, he said it with confidence, and that's what sold it at the end of the day, bro. Just take the L in peace and move forward, or else you're gonna be enslaved to this forever. Other than that, though, let me know your thoughts. I'm curious.
Well, the reason why Drake will always be enslaved to this because he's a meme rapper. Drake is a meme rapper. He is an internet rapper. He thrives off the internet. That's it. That's Drake's whole identity. Instagram, TikTok, that's his identity. His identity is the internet. So whatever is being levied at him on the internet, it lives in his head. He don't know how to get past something because he's probably been coddled all his life and been given everything all of his life that he don't know how to get past. He looks at it like, well, if you don't give me what I want, I'm gonna throw a fit. And that's what he's doing right now.
From the moment that Drake lost this rap battle with Kendrick, he's been showing more and more about how so not the culture he is. In part of his new, legal pursuit against UMG and Kendrick, clearly Kendrick, because a lot of you kept saying is UMG, Drake is asking the courts to, force UMG to provide documentations pertaining to, Dave Free, who is Kendrick's, long-time collaborative manager, creative director, all the sort of things. The relationship between Kendrick and his children, in essence, is asking the courts to force them to take a paternity test to prove whose children that is.
Now, the reason why I've seen the transcript, the reason why he's doing this, because he wants to paint a picture that everything he said was accurate. Everything Drake said was accurate and he wasn't lying. And Kendrick Lamar was slandering him with lies. So this is why he wants these things to be presented. But obviously, I don't believe that you can do that. I don't think that the judge is going to allow him to get these different a DNA test. I don't think the judge is going to go that far. I just don't think so. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I didn't see that part in there where she was going to allow that to happen. I don't think that that's going to happen. But that's the reason why he's doing that, because his lawyer wants to be able to say that my client was speaking all truth and this guy was lying, and this is the reason why we're suing UMG, because they knew he was lying. They knew it, and they also knew that my client was telling the truth, but they didn't promote my client, but they promoted this guy when they know he was lying on me. That's the reason why Drake is trying to do that.
That is disgusting. That is disgusting. How you bring in children into a lawsuit because you lost a rap beef? A rap beef, mind you, that you ensued. Drop. And now you're forcing the courts to provide paternity tests of whose kids that is.
I just don't see the judge asking UMG to get Kendrick Lamar and Dave Free to get paternity tests for Kendrick's kids. I just don't see that happening. Maybe I'm wrong. I just think that that's just way over the top. Like, I just don't see that happening. I'm sorry. I just don't see it happening. Maybe the judge will do it, but I just don't see that happening. That's like, I don't understand. That's just too many hoops to jump through. Like, you want to get a paternity test for the children of Kendrick because Drake mentioned that in a rap battle? I just don't get it.
This is who you people are championing.
So basically what they're saying is Drake was telling the truth, and everything he said, this wasn't a rap battle. This is Drake telling the truth about Kendrick. All these things is actually true. That's why he's asking for the all his domestic violence reports, if he have any, all of this stuff. Because he want to say, look, I was telling the truth about the man. He lied on me. You know what I'm saying? I told the truth. I knew that, like, I just don't see it. I just think that that's a wild thing to do.
This is who you people are championing as, the king of rap. The rap industry is nothing without Drake on top. Look at his antic. Look at his behavior. In all the documents, he also asked for communication to prove that Pusha T was censored. In other words, if you censored Pusha T, why didn't you censor Kendrick when he was going at me? This lawsuit is just a clear indication of how low Drake will stoop to find a win in anything. He lost the rap beef and he said, I'm going to try and win in courts, no matter how dirty and low I look. This is just shameful. This is shameful.
I usually mind my business, y'all, but Drake stands trying to spin this lawsuit like he didn't sue because he lost the rap beef. This latest request from the judge proves that Drake is not a martyr. Drake don't give a fuck about the labels using the artists. He don't care about, oh, the labels be doing underhanded tact. This shit ain't about none of that. His latest request just proves he's bad. He got spanked. That is literally it. He got spanked. Point blank, period. Like, I don't understand how y'all keep trying to make this shit out to be like Drake some kind of martyr, bro. Like, nigga, how you requesting all documents or all communication between Dave Free and Kendrick Lamar from 2019? Nigga, the rap beef was in 2024. So you want 6 years of communication between Kendrick and Dave Free. What the fuck does that have to do with you losing the rap beef?
I don't understand that. I guess that's what he's saying about the child, but that's crazy for you to even. I don't understand how some of these lawyers, man, they just fix their mouth. I just don't understand it. That's nuts.
Like, what the fuck does that have to do with UMG underhanding Drake, allegedly? Which they didn't. Drake was just fucking cocky and went into the rap beef thinking that he was gonna push Kendrick away like he was nothing. And it didn't turn out how he wanted, so now he's in court suing like a bitch. Nothing y'all can say to me will prove that Drake actually cares about other artists getting used by labels and this, that, and the other. He don't give a fuck. He don't give a goddamn fuck. And y'all keep trying to make it like Drake's some fucking victim. Nah, buddy. You begged that man to drop, and then when he dropped, you lost the beef. And now you suing, trying to pretend that you unbothered by it, trying to pretend. Like, bro, we seen them throwing shit at you on the stage. That ain't never happened before. The people really genuinely don't fuck with you no more, and you can't accept the fact that you lost. Go home, Roger. Tired of your ass. The fuck?
I'm not finna BS, we finna get right into it. Drake's legal team has requested UMG to provide all documents on domestic violence allegation involving Kendrick Lamar and our Dave Free relationship with him and his children. Now that we got that out the way, yeah. Mind you, this lawsuit is about body and defamation. That's what this lawsuit is originally about. Yet, he wants documents and communications related to allegations of domestic violence against women and or other forms of violence committed by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Not only that, because that's not the craziest thing on here, he also wants documents and communication related to Dave Free and his relationship with Kendrick Lamar Duckworth and Kendrick Lamar's children. And we told y'all this whole time that this lawsuit ain't have nothing to do with defamation. It's the fact that he can't take a L and he's trying to prove that he's right as if it's going to change anything. Even going so...
Yes, that's what I said. That's what he wants to prove. Drake wants to prove that he's right. And if he's right, he looks at it like, well, all of those songs that Kendrick did doesn't matter no more because I won. I won because I didn't lie and he did. That's what Drake wants people to think. That's what he wants.
Far to put content creators like Screwface and No Life Shack in this law.
It didn't stop being a rap battle just because Kendrick threw out them allegations. Drake threw out the allegations first. He said Kendrick's kids wasn't his, and he said Kendrick was violent against Whitney. He said that in Family Matters. And he made jokes about it throughout the entire song, and he made jokes about it in Heart Part 6. It only stopped being hip-hop when Drake lost. That's when it decided to be like, oh, these are real allegations. These are hurting my image. Yeah, because you lost the rap battle. You was throwing out slander. Kendrick threw out slander. It is what it is. He's only suing because in the public eye, he lost. Also, the reason why Kendrick's allegations stuck more is because he do hang around a nigga named Baka Not Nice who got a sexual trafficking charge, who was convicted of that. And Drake said it was a holiday when this nigga got released, texting a 14, 50-year-old Millie Bobby Brown at 30. These are things that people can tie together and be like, you know what? That is kind of weird. People love to be like, well, Kendrick rapped about a whole daughter that didn't exist. He was just talking. Well, apparently Drake fed him that information. Right?
That's a fact. Yo, that's a fact. That's a fact. That nigga said, we fed you the information. And then he said, the information you got was from clowns. But you said you was the one that gave it to him, clown. Like, yo, that's crazy.
So y'all just we ignoring that now? At the end of the day, it was hip hop. Just because people got a magnifying glass on all the weird shit he been doing the last 15 years, it is what it is. They was calling that nigga weird before this battle. Kendrick just happened to make a catchy ass song about the nigga, which won Grammys, and he performed that song at the Super Bowl.
Kendrick Lamar and Rick Ross called Drake a white boy, and he proved them right at every single turn. How much of a loser-ass Karen do you have to be to get the law involved in a rap beef? In Drake's lawsuit against UMG for the diss track Not Like Us, he's requesting documents regarding DV allegations about Kendrick Lamar and requesting paternity tests for Kendrick's children, rumors that he created and spread about Kendrick. Not only that, he's requesting full disclosure of Kendrick's recording contract. This is horrible for hip-hop. Labels will now see musicians as liabilities and rappers won't be able to make the same music they want. Drake is actively destroying the culture, something a certain demographic is known for.
I don't know about all that, but I'm just saying, listen, bro. I try to tell y'all. I told y'all in the beginning when this lawsuit came out that this is what Drake is trying to do. I told y'all, man. I told y'all.
This is why I call Drake stans hip-hop MAGA. They are delusional. So understand, Drake went into this rap beef. Drake used UMG in order to release his own music, slandering Whitney, slandering Kendrick Lamar, slandering Dave Free. Kendrick responded. In your head, you're saying they paid Kendrick Lamar to do that. That's the reason why he had pre-recorded diss records. Could it be possibly that an artist who makes music, who was engaging in a rap beef, who had weeks to prepare, made multiple songs? Like, y'all struggle with critical thinking. And I saw how you stopped responding to me after saying that I'm uneducated and all of this. I want to know your educational levels. Right, because I'll be calling people stupid. I'm sure that you looked up that ESQ, so let me know your education levels.
Bruh, Drake has hit a new level of soft bitch assness, bruh. This lawsuit is just revealing so much, and for me, and I feel like a lot of people like me that still, will give his music a chance. I don't think I can listen to his music no more knowing he's this soft, he's this much of a bitch. Like, I just cannot. Okay, so for all those that said this lawsuit was only Drake versus the label, right? So y'all try to make Drake some type of martyr, right? Drake a martyr, right? They wanted to make Drake some type of martyr. Oh, he's fighting the system. Okay, I don't know how you make that correlation, but whatever, right? But now it's coming out, yes, this lawsuit has to do with Kendrick, and it's getting dirty because Drake and his legal team is requesting documents from January 1st, 2014 to present of all documents and communications relating to allegations of domestic violence, violence against women, or other forms of violence committed by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. He's, just by that alone, he's trying to implement Kendrick in something. To request documents.
Yeah, I don't, and again, I don't understand how he's requesting these documents when he's basically saying he's suing UMG for bodying or defaming him. So what is Kendrick Lamar's criminal history in his child's DNA test have anything to do with defaming him? I don't understand that. I don't.
Allegations first. Anything credible, because Kendrick has not been arrested for any of this. But he wants the rumors He wants to know any type of rumors or any type of documents and communications that was talking about that. So it could even be fake. He just wants it, right? To, I guess, build his case against Kendrick. Wow, right? And he's also requesting documents from January 1st, 2019 to present, all documents and communications related to Dave Isaac Freely, aka Dave Free, and his relationship to Kendrick Lamar Duckworth and Kendrick Lamar Duckworth's children. It's getting nasty. He's trying to
but my thing is, how does it, like, so what if he don't have a relationship with them? Or if he don't have that? What if he don't? What type of documents do you get? Like, what if they come back and say, well, there's no documents because there's no relationship? Like, it's either one or two things. And I'll be honest, it's either Drake knows something and that's why he's acting, or he's only doing this for optics because he know people are going to talk. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? And then he could say, well, they didn't want to provide that because it could be true. It could be true that it could be true that he beat on her, and it could be true. All these things could be true, and plant the seed of doubt in people's heads. So this way, when you say it could be true, what happens? Now people start to believe that it could be true. Oh, Kendrick Lamar, man, I'm hearing he did something to his girl. I'm hearing that them kids ain't his. I mean, Drake was in court and they asked him for it and they wouldn't give him the stuff. So that must mean that that Drake ain't lying. That's how they looking at it. It's just weird. It's weird old behavior.
Lie that, you know, Dave Free is really Kendrick Lamar kid's daddy, right? I say it's getting nasty. He's doing all this in the courtroom, like, just wild. Just he could just took the loss, bro. He's such a bitch ass. He's also requesting documents of all documents and communications relating to the rap feud from August 1st, 2023 to present. So so he's going to go in the courtroom and look at the song, not like look at this song, judge. Look what he said about me. This is really colonizer talk, dog. He's really finna end a lot of things we love about hip hop with this lawsuit. I truly believe so. I believe, you know, it's so soft, you so sensitive that, you know, Kendrick hit a chord, but bro, you could have just took the L. You could have just took the L, bro. So yeah, I'm not respecting it. All y'all people that still trying to hold on to Drake or make him out to be something, we seen it, bro. Like, niggas wasn't lying when we said this lawsuit is just not about the label. That's what everybody kept trying to say. The Aubrey's Angels, they kept trying to say, oh no, it's going after the label. The label's picking on him, and you know, if the girl doesn't like Drake, I have to not date her. Like, come on, man, that weird shit. No.
This is the first artist to put rap beef on paperwork, and it's so abnormal. Drake, you started all this, and now you can't take it after you got dissed back. And didn't know that Kendrick was a monster in this rap thing. Kendrick Lamar is a lyrical monster. And now you really know after what you went through in this rap battle. J. Cole is so smart because he's somewhere smoking a cigarette and kicking back because he's not in this. His name is Bennett and he ain't in it. But Drake, that's your fault. And that's why they say if you can't take the heat, then stay out the kitchen. If you poke the bear, you will get 8.
Bro, who is the guy, bro? Give this guy a platform, bro. Him and his cheesy jokes. He must be new to this shit. Shout out to him, bro. Oh my God. Predictable man. That's what we gonna call him.
You poked the bear and got 8 up. Now you want to backpedal and pull something like this, which is the most cowardly thing.
Not Like Us saw an increase in streaming numbers on every major platform yesterday. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, I believe, and iTunes as well. And this is coming off the back end of a lot of that information regarding Drake's lawsuit for or about Not Like Us, defaming him, and everything else that comes with that lawsuit. And I want to let you guys know this is going to continue to happen. This is why this lawsuit is so confusing to me. Because for all the Drake fans that hop in the comments and say, oh, he's exposing them and all this, I don't know what you guys think the end result is going to be of this lawsuit. I don't think you guys understand whether this case gets dismissed, whether Drake ends up settling, or whether Drake wins this lawsuit. The results of this battle will remain the same.
That's a fact. I really don't understand all of y'all Drake fans. I really don't understand y'all angle. I don't. If anything happens, he still lost. Y'all could say he beat the system, but the system is gonna win because they're gonna sanction everybody. It's like I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. And you never know. This joint might get dismissed because I seen the transcripts and the judge looked like she really wasn't really feeling Drake's lawyers. I mean, she was bringing up some good points, and yeah, it's crazy.
I don't think that's clicking to you guys. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business. It's not clocking to you guys. I don't think you guys could like really understand that and put that in perspective. And I think all the creators are coming out and just being biased against Drake. There's a reason even DJ Academics is speaking out against this lawsuit, saying, I don't agree with this defamation lawsuit. I like defamatory lyrics and diss songs and shit. We champion it all the time in hip hop. Let's say in a hypothetical world, they find out that Kojo, because you guys want me to talk about Kojo so much, right? They find out that Kojo paid for 2 million streams, bots on Spotify or whatever. Hypothetical world, this is what you guys want to be true, right? Let's say in the hypothetical world, they found out Kojo paid for 2 million bots. You know how many opinions that would change? Maybe 2%. Maybe 2%. I keep trying to explain to you guys what took place during the battle, and you guys failed to listen. People did not start liking Not Like Us when they seen it was doing crazy numbers. That's not what happened. Not Like Us dropped in the heat of the biggest rap battle of this generation. In history, actually. I'm standing on that hill, dying on that hill. In history. Kendrick dropped a song called Not Like Us, and everybody stopped what they was doing on that Saturday and tuned into the song and was posting about it. This is before the song even made it to digital streaming platforms. Before it was even on Spotify, Kendrick just tweeted a link to YouTube, and everybody heard that song via YouTube, and we all started making content about it. All of the reactors reacted to it on YouTube. All of the TikTok content creators were reacting to it on TikTok. And everybody on Twitter and Instagram were posting their Twitter and Instagrams about it when it happened live. Nobody was like, oh my God, this song has so many streams. Maybe I should start liking the song. It changes nothing. All this lawsuit is doing is going and making people listen to the song again. It's actually counterproductive.
They say Drake's legal team is required.
So my thing is, when I first heard Not Like Us, right, I was sitting in my kitchen and I was just scrolling on YouTube and the Kendrick name came up and it said Not Like Us. And this was the day after, because that was a long night for me and my boy. We was reacting to the song. And Family Matters and Meet the Grams, that was a long night and I was tired. And I got up. And I was in the kitchen. I was eating. And I looked and I said, oh, Kendrick dropped another song? And I'm looking at my phone like, the hell? Hold up. So I pressed play. And man, when I tell you, it was like a whole nother rapper. It was like a brand new rapper. And it was like, mustard on a beat, ho, deep boat. Bro, like, I said to my boy, I said, bro, listen to this song. And I said, this song right here is going to be the biggest song of his career. I'm telling you right now. And he was like, I don't know. My other boy called me and was like, yo, did you hear that new Kendrick joint? I was like, Ace, I don't know about that. I don't really know. I said, bro, that song right there is going to be the biggest song of his career. He was like, I don't know. I said, bro, I'm telling you right now. I said, everything about that song is damn near perfect. I said, the flow, everything. And on top of that, it's in the middle of this battle. So I'm telling you, if he does another song, but this is it right here, I don't think Drake gonna be able to make nothing better than this. He was like, I don't know, man. Couple of days later, he called me back. He said, bro, that song is classic. I said, I told you, bro. I told you. It's classic. That song is a once in a lifetime song. That's a thriller. That's a Blinding Lights to me. You know what I'm saying? That's a Dazed and Confused to me. That song, you know what I'm saying? That's a Down Low. These songs are classic. They're timeless songs. That is a timeless song. You would never. I'm gonna say Kendrick Lamar probably would never make another song bigger than that, but you never know with Kendrick. But I'm gonna end it here. If y'all want to watch the rest on his channel, y'all can. Yeah, man. So you gotta understand, people are fed up. It's not that people are over the battle, because I think the people that like, but the problem with Drake is, and where I think what people are really upset about Drake is the fact that Drake is not getting in the booth. All of these things is not hip hop that what Drake's doing. It's not hip hop. This totally goes against hip hop. Totally goes against it. It's not hip hop. Him doing all these things, going to court, doing all this stuff in court that has nothing to do with battle. If he has an issue with Kendrick, he should, but he wants to play this game as if he don't have an issue with Kendrick when he knows that he has an issue with Kendrick. This has nothing to do with UMG. He's claiming it has something to do with UMG, but Kendrick Lamar is the one who made the song. And ultimately, what's going to happen is, I don't know how far this is going to go. I don't know if it's going to go to trial. I don't know. But ultimately, because the judge still ain't make a decision yet, and they still don't have nothing. There's no decision whether they're going to release it or not. And she didn't say when she's going to tell them when is the decision, whether they're going to go to trial or not. I think that if this goes to trial, it's going to be in trial. It's going to go for a long time, number one. Number two, if it goes to trial, it goes directly against freedom of speech, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see how this could go to trial for defamation when Drake did the same thing in his song. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand that. And on top of that, I'm sure UMG is going to bring up the fact that Kendrick Lamar released Meet the Grams, and Meet the Gram was much more defamatory to Drake than Not Like Us. And on top of that, I believe that Not Like Us, the reason why Drake is so upset is the fact that that song is bigger than all his songs. Every song that Drake ever did, Not Like Us surpassed every one of those songs. And I think that's what's really bothering Drake. The fact that he lost the battle, and number two, that song surpassed all his songs. All of his songs. Everything Drake has ever done, none of his songs is bigger than Not Like Us. Not one Drake song is bigger than Not Like Us. And I think that that's the problem. He really has a problem with that. And on top of that, he really believes he's better than Kendrick because he's been doing it for so long. You think he's better than Kendrick. But we'll see what happens. But thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace. Bye.